All right, there's a high probability that I'm going to get flagged for this video, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to show you in this video Iman Gadzhi's secret agency model, the exact agency model that he ran. I'm going to show you his website. I'm going to show you how much money he actually made. He made millions from this agency. And I'm not a fan of following people for what they say, but what they actually do. And so he's been out there talking about how you can grow an SMA with local businesses, which I think can work. But what I'm more interested about is how he actually grew his agency. And if I can model that, you can make a lot of money. So that's what I did. And I'm going to show you in this entire video that model and reveal it. So what was the actual agency that Iman Gadzhi ran? Okay. And the answer, and it's going to surprise you, was an info product growth agency. And I actually found their website right here. So I went on Google, I did my due diligence. I want to make sure that you guys can get the actual sauce. And this was his website. So you can see right here, great looking video or, video. They have a video here. They have a website. But they help, you can see right here, they help e-commerce and info product businesses. And this is when I realized, even when Iman was growing an agency, which he doesn't do anymore, but when he was working with the right people. And he was working in the right model. And he understood that working with online businesses was the key to his success. And that's why he was able to make millions of dollars, right? And this is his website. Again, I showed you the exact thing. Now, I'm going to break down in this video the exact model so that you can replicate it and you can do it for yourself. That's the first thing I'm going to cover. Number two, I'm going to show you 4 people who, just like Iman, was in the agency game, made some money, and then now they're making $400K a month in a different model. And I'm going to show you how you can use this model to actually make money and how you can have success using what these guys are doing, the gurus are doing. Not what they're saying, what they're doing. And number 3, I'm going to talk about 3 key differences between this new model and the original model that all the other gurus are teaching, which is SMA. Okay, so we're going to break it down. It's going to be a lot of value for you guys. So we'll make it short, concise, and to the point. All right. So the 4 people, let's talk about the creator economy. All right. There's a lot of people, a lot of gurus out there that are making a lot of money, and I don't blame them. All right. Now, 4 people. Joel Kaplan is one. He grew an agency to 200K, 300K. Close mentor of mine. I paid him a lot of money. He went from agency to now doing a coaching program. So catch the trend. Here's another thing. Here's Jordan Platten. I just hopped off a call with him last week. We were talking about a potential collaboration. Jordan, if you're watching this video, appreciate you, man. But same thing here. Jordan ran an agency. Now he's in the coaching program. Now he's helping people online and he's selling a coaching program. Another guy, Serge Guattari. I was in his program as well, paying him a lot of money. He also had an agency and now starts a coaching program selling something online. And Charlie Morgan. And there's a lot more examples, guys. I'm just showing you. Charlie Morgan. Now he makes $1.3 million a month. You guys realize that? Charlie Morgan makes $1.3 million a month. All these guys make over $400K a month. Charlie Morgan makes $1.3 million a month, and it's not by running an agency. And so I want to make sure I don't bullshit with you guys. I want to show you the actual models that you need to win. Okay? So let's go ahead and dive into it. All right? All of these gurus are teaching you how to make 10K a month, and they build an audience while doing it, right? They all have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and followers, and then they sell you a program. And in full transparency between you and me, there's nothing wrong with this model. If you're smart, you would actually do it as well. But when you're first starting out, you most likely don't have the authority, you don't have an audience, and you don't have that kind of leverage. You don't have the attention. That's why it's so hard to start a coaching program, even though most people want to do it. But wouldn't you say it's important to play the game that everyone else is playing? If everyone else is playing the online business game and selling courses and selling an online program, wouldn't it be important, even if you don't have your own one, to work in the industry and have them as clients, right? And that's what you can do with this agency model. And that's what Iman did. He realized, instead of working with local businesses or any other niche, why don't I play the game? And even if I don't have a program right now, I'll get into the game so I can learn the game, work with people that are growing, right? A growing industry, and then eventually have all the skills when I want to drop a coaching program, right? And this is what is available with IPGA, which is an info product growth agency. You work with creators, all right? And this is the key. So we're going to talk about 3 key differences between the old model and the new model with this new agency, okay? And I'm going to break down exactly the difference here, all right? So let's go ahead and dive into it. So on the left-hand side, you have creators, right? And these are people that have over 100,000 followers, subscribers. Right here, you have Iman, you have Reese Resells. I have a buddy of mine that worked with Reese, and I just got news from that. And he never sold. This guy has a huge audience, never sold anything to his audience. This guy comes in, brand new agency owner, and makes 10K a week the very first week. Name me any other agency industry that you can do that for, right? And it's because of one thing. I'm going to break down. It's part of one of the key differences, right? Take this lady, for example. April is getting close to 500,000 views, and she's selling a course which I know she could be making way more money. And guess what? With this new agency model, serving creators, you can help people that have leverage, that have attention, and be able to make them a lot of money and make yourself a lot of money. Compared to, okay, this is the IPGA model. Compared to SMA, the traditional SMA that most people are doing right now. So if you're working with the dental implants, or you're working with roofers, or you're working with restaurants, gyms, guess what, guys? This is the leverage that you guys are getting, okay? You're dealing with small businesses. Okay, think about this. If you're working with a local business right now, what kind of value do they bring to the table in terms of partnership? You know, they have maybe 500 people following them on Instagram, if that. They have 50 plus Google reviews. They have maybe even 120 Google reviews, but the traffic is the problem. They don't have leverage in their business. And so to get results for them and to be able to charge more for these type of clients is going to be very hard, and they're stuck in their own old ways. Guys, I tried to grow a car agency for 3 years, got to 50K a month, but it was a grind. It was a struggle, right? And I realized that the key is actually to change who you're working with, change the model of how you get paid, and be able to get client results. It's all about getting client results, okay? So let's break down the 3 key differences in between the old agency model and the new one, right? The first one is that with IPGA, right, so working with creators, you already have an existing audience, which is great, right? I showed you right there. You're working with people that already have 50,000, 100,000, 150,000. And so for that reason, you don't need ad spend. And it's an easier sell. You don't need to tell them to spend ad spend and have to take out so much expenses. You're actually helping them monetize the traffic that they already own, which is key. And because they own that audience, the audience knows, likes, and trusts them. And that way you're able to charge way more. You're able to have way more people buy, and it's an easier process to get client results. Whereas if you're working with a local business or any other industry, most likely they don't have an audience, or they don't have a big audience. They need to spend more on ads, which is a big, hard sell, and really hard to get results. And number 3, you're working with a cold traffic and a cold audience. And so the audience, even if you put an ad in front of them, an offer in front of them, the audience just doesn't know, like, and trust them. And that's the real problem. That's a very key difference. And so the results between this agency model and the other agency model is very different, okay? And that affects your income. All right, so that's the number 1 key difference. Number 2 is with this agency model, right? Because you're only working with a few creators, you have a really high profit, right? Because you're the only one here. You don't need a big team because you're only working with 1 or 2 clients. High profit. You only work with 1 or 2 clients who pay you a premium. So instead of working with a lot of little clients, you're working with only a few that pay you a lot, right? You get better client results because you have one thing, which is leverage. You're just taking the attention that they already have, all the following that they have, and you're just being able to direct it towards a high ticket product, okay? And for that reason, because you're getting so good results for your clients, you're able to retain them for way longer, right? And also on top of this, I just showed you guys, no one is talking about this niche. Literally no one is talking about this niche. And so it's unsaturated. Not a lot of creators are being pitched the idea to be able to sell a high ticket program, and all of them want to do it. So there's a lot of product market fit that you can fill in. And then lastly, you're working with clients that are cool clients to work with. I'm not saying local business owners are not cool or any other industry is not cool, but honestly, creators are one of the most creative people, creators, and they're awesome to work with. And sometimes they're a lot more sophisticated, right? They're creative. They have an audience. They already have credibility in their skill, right? Whereas if you're going after plumbers or roofers or, the guy Joe Smo down the street, right? This agency model is you have to sign a lot of clients for less, right? And so it's low profit, big team members. You're signing on VAs. You're trying to get ISA members. You're trying to get appointment setters. It just becomes a real mess. And this is coming from someone that has ran an agency before. Right, I want to tell you guys, I've scaled an agency to 50K a month in the local business space, working with Kairos. And so I'm not some guy that's just randomly come out with these words. I have gone through this 3 years, painstaking years. Okay, so this is from experience, right? We had a big team. We had partners who loaded clients, right, that were paying us $1,000 to $1,500. Profit was low. Clients kept leaving after 3 months. That was a huge issue, right? Because we couldn't get client results because they didn't have leverage. They didn't have a following. Super saturated. So more than ever right now, it is the most saturated it's ever been, right? You have to come up with crazier offers. You have to just do way more for less. And it's just becoming way too saturated. And you're working with, a lot of the times, guys, this is the biggest problem, is you're working with unsophisticated clients, right? They have no leverage. They have no audience. They have no skill that they really developed. They're not really even business owners. They just decided to want to not work with anybody else or have to work under anyone. And it's like, okay, I guess I'll just start a business. I guess I'll just be a dentist. I guess I'll just be a chiropractor. And that's how a lot of these guys started. And so for that reason, it's very hard to work with these guys and get them results, right? And you get paid off of your results. So that's the second key difference. The last one here is that with the IPGA model, working with creators, right, client results are way more exponential. What I mean by this is that when you work with somebody that has 100,000 followers, guess what? The results are exponential. You put in less for more output because you have leverage. And this is a key thing, right? And you make, because of that, because you have leverage, because you have all these things going for you, and because the results are exponential, it's not linear, you get clients to pay you a boatload of money, right? You can get 100 course sales for their high ticket product in month one because they have a huge audience and they never sold anything before. For that reason, you can take a percentage. They make a lot of money, you make a lot of money, and they love you and they stay around for longer. And so you have longer retention, and you don't have to keep on this client rat race of trying to get more clients, trying to send more cold emails. No, you just focus on getting really good at helping your creators, your partner, one or two, make a lot of money with their sales, right? And the great thing is that you get paid on results. So it's not a flat fee and, I'll pay you just $1,000 or $2,000, even if you get them really good results, right? You should get paid off of the results. And so it's more of a partnership. You're partnering with a creator, you're getting a percentage of sales, and you're able to scale with them. So one client can pay you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000, depending on your relationship with them, right? And so it's a long-term partnership. Whereas when you're working with local businesses or just the old traditional agency model, client results are, let's be honest, subpar, right? Like I don't have any of my network really make crazy results in a quick enough time frame. You have to work more to get less of an output. You work harder and harder for these kind of clients. And at the end of the day, when you don't get results, they blame you, right? They blame you for everything, and we all know that. And you don't get paid on results. You're just getting paid a flat fee. And so even if you perform really well, which is something I never got, is like, if I perform better, I should get paid more. And with the old model, when you're just paying off of just retainers and 1,000, 2,000, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Like, do the math, guys. If you're working with somebody, you put more hours, you put more time to get them better results, and they pay you the same amount, there's something very flawed with that business model. And it is not business. That is stupidity. It is not smart to run your business that way. And so I'd much rather work with premium clients and not have short-term partnerships, long-term partnerships, work with 1 to 5 key partners, get paid way more, get a percentage off of performance because I know I'll perform, and be able to scale with them and not have to worry about getting new clients or paid acquisition or having to spend half of your day just trying to get the worst type of clients in a broken model. Okay, so I really hope this saves you time, guys, because this has saved me time, honestly. And if you want the next steps here on how you can actually, you're like, hey, I'm sold, I understand, Iman Gadzhi did this, I can do it as well, it's the best model, it makes sense. The next steps is I just dropped literally a 25-minute course, 30-minute course, breaking down how to send out 100,000 DMs in a month. You can get this video here, I'll put it somewhere over here or in the description down below. It'll show you exactly how to get your first client with this new agency model. And just make sure to like, subscribe. You'll get all the sauce on how to grow your IPGA. I'm going to be dropping more videos on this agency model. And if you want my one-on-one mentorship, guys, I'm not this coach that's going to sell you a $100 course. Okay, I work with high-level clients. I want to work with people that are smart, that are hungry, that have the skills, and they want to be able to make some more money. Maybe you just didn't have the right opportunity or right model. And if you're that person, you're not some person that's only willing to invest, $1,000. If you're really serious about making 10K a month and you want the best model and you've watched my videos before, you understand me, you trust me, DM me on Instagram, right? DM me on Instagram. DM me creator. So I know it's you that's coming from this video. I know you heard this message. This is my handle, and we'll have a chat about my one-on-one mentorship. And I can literally walk you through exactly how I would scale this agency if I were you. Other than that, guys, this is the entire video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.